Last week on Kawai, we left Croatia on dark and began our 2-night passage to Greece. We experienced all the magic of an overnight passage and what drew us to this sailing life. Being a little more remote, we got to witness nature at its best. Moonlit nights, stunning sunrises and sunsets, messy seas, dolphins, big fish, and we also had a bit of fun catching various inflatables. This time, Jace continues to chase inflatables, managing to rescue a unicorn. Sailing life can be a complete contrast from day to day, and this week we get to enjoy life in the Ionian with crystal clear anchorages and perfect sailing conditions as we catch the prevailing northerly wind to Preveza.
Waking up to this view is a daily reminder of the adventure we are on and how exciting and fulfilling this lifestyle can be. A simple coffee on the deck before exploring new places never gets old. 2 weeks in Corfu had flown by and we were ready to venture to new waters. Our plan was to head south, cruising down the coast of Corfu before sailing 45 nautical miles to Preveza.
Well, we've just signed out of Corfu, got our transit log stamped, and we are off this evening. And just for interest's sake, this is where we checked into Greece, at the commercial harbour. This is the port authority, and over there is the customs building. After researching agents to check us into Greece and finding the standard rate to be €250, we decided to complete the process ourselves, and we were happy we did because despite what we had heard, it was quite simple, though a little time consuming. After paying the new Tepai tax online, we headed to the port police in the commercial harbour near Old Town Corfu, then on to customs, then finally back to port police to complete the process.
Alright babe, we're off finally.
Yes, we filled with diesel just then, and we have also filled up with water, thanks to you. And we are now leaving Buvia Marina, which is where we got our fuel, and we aren't really sure where we're off to tonight. This evening we're just going to see how we go.
Well, you know what they say, there are no kingdoms without rulers. Are you ready for change? We could be kings and queens every day. On the low, we are brave, yes, even braver than the bravest. So let's go, start the race.
So don't come with us with a warm peasant's
every day.
Oh, hey there.
To be addressed as sir
Oh, hello.
or madam.
What you
with
doing?
rare privilege reserved.
I'm just listening to a audiobook and taking in the beautiful afternoon. We've just arrived here a little while ago. It's called Petriti and it's very pretty. It's beautiful.
It's like at the kind of at the base of Corfu.
Yes.
Yeah, it is beautiful. It's a nice arvo. I think we're going to spend a couple of days here. And what are you listening to?
I'm listening to a book called Sapiens by Noah Harari, I believe.
Do you recommend?
Yeah, it's interesting. All about the brief history of humankind. So yeah, it's very interesting.
Well, with those two big water bottles. What's for dinner?
It's a curry and it's quite hot. Penang curry with coconut cream. Lots of veggies, sweet potato. It's really good. And we're watching Charlie Wilson's Wall on Netflix.
And the sunset.
Oh yeah, of course, and the sunset. What's happening today?
Well, we're just going to go explore this little place. There's some really crystal clear water in there, which we want to swim in this afternoon. But we're going to go into town and check it out. And there's two really nice tavernas one's up on the hill just up there, and one with a beautiful garden just in there. So we're going to check them both out and see which one's
So we are
favourite.
not going out for a while. It's just too tempting, isn't it?
Yeah, they both have really good reviews, and
One's a traditional Greek taverna. It's going to be really good views.
yeah, and it's just so nice. we've moved down to the foot of Corfu, and it's like a different place. Should have come down a little bit earlier, but yeah, we're here now and we want to make the most of it.
Trying to keep it secret.
This is the other option for our taverna tonight.
Gardens are amazing.
After struggling to make a decision, we chose to experience a little of each place, and we're happy we did.
So, is this what you dreamed of when I said let's go sailing?
Oh, I really didn't know what to expect. I'd probably say that it is what I dreamed of. Like, I was excited about finding new locations and dropping the anchor, and we've pulled up in a beautiful little bay that's got blue water, and come up to a little restaurant just on the beach, have a beer.
And we really weren't expecting it, were we?
No, we didn't know this place existed. We just thought it was a little bit more protected in the corner of Corfu, so we came here and then we were pleasantly surprised, which seems to be what always happens.
Never been in a hammock, you think?
Maybe I've been in one. I don't look
You
good
look
on that
really
sort of
comfortable. Not at all.
Oh, this is so relaxing.
I don't believe you. What do you think? What do you think? Walking through the bush, we've gone from beautiful blue water and a very tropical looking garden to a dirt track.
Oop.
Bones.
Bones. Hopefully that's not a
Dying.
scene of an Australian outback movie.
Feels like we're in the outback. Not sure what they are.
The town of Petriti seems to be mostly a fishing village and is a pretty chill place, with locals hanging out enjoying a beer along with a few tourists.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, you look stunning.
Oh, thanks.
Going out to dinner, your chariot awaits.
Yeah, Tiny, let's go. Sailing long term means we have to stick to a set budget, and while we enjoy experiencing the local culture and cuisines, we have to limit dining out to once a week and make the most of it when we can. I like tablecloths. Very Greek.
For those wondering what this is, that is coffee burning, and apparently that keeps the wasps away, which is probably a pretty big thing in Greece. There's a lot of wasps in Meganisi and Corfu and Ithaca, so this is what they do in the restaurants to keep them away. And on our boats, we only learnt that recently from some friends of ours on Vast.
The sun is rising and today we are off to Preveza, leaving Corfu.
Engine is on. It's a real shame that we're leaving here. It's nice when your anchor is in sand, but unfortunately the next 3 or 4 days there's some bad weather coming in. So yeah, we don't mind the wind so much. It's going to be a swell. So we're in Corfu and it's like a bit of a channel, so the swell rolls in and we're down the southern end and we're going to copy. The winds are here finally. Off to Preveza. Finally the winds are here. We left Corfu this morning just before lunchtime, and we know that the northwesterly winds will pick up around lunchtime in the Ionian, so which is pretty well spot on what they've done today, which will give us a good 6-hour sail to Preveza. I think the whole trip's about 45 nautical miles, which should allow us to anchor just before it gets dark. So should work out pretty well. The winds aren't crazy strong at the moment, but they're meant to pick up, and that's why we're going to the protected Bay of Preveza, because for the next 3 days it's meant to be blowing between 20 and 30 knots, so which isn't too bad, but it'll be nice protected anchorage, and we are wanting to get south, so yeah, that's what we're doing.
Tell me about the current sailing conditions.
I believe this is a slow down technique. I'm absolutely smashing you in cards, and now you want to film me during my streak.
I'm trying to ruin your flow.
Yeah, the conditions are good. The winds have come pretty well exactly when we expected them to come. It's blowing roughly 13 knots. We're going about 6. And the wind's coming from the northwest, and we're cruising down the mainland towards Preveza. So yeah, we should be there in a couple of hours, probably 3 hours maybe. So it is now 4 o'clock, so yeah, we should get there around 7, which would be perfect timing to anchor. Wave hitting the side of the boat.
Yeah.
It's definitely a bit of swell starting to pick up with the winds, but that's expected. But it's been a really pleasant sail.
It has.
It's pretty protected in here, so it's been
It's
good
been
fun.
beautiful, and hopefully now with a bit of chop and a bit of speed, you might catch fish.
The fish pressure. There's 2 lures out there. If they want to take it, they'll take it. I've got a bright, colourful one, and I've got a dark coloured one. Who knows?
Or are you just going to make friends with tuna again?
No, I'm not trying to make friends. Alright, we're just coming into Preveza. We're going to have to pull down the sails just out the front. There's a bit of a narrow channel that you've got to go into, so we'll pull it down, and then the narrow channel, there's a bit of a current that comes through there, so it's not too bad. There's a few waves rolling in, so Trace will just have to take that pretty carefully before we anchor just off the town of Preveza.
We are approaching the entrance to Preveza. I've got this chart plotter on as a backup in case the iPad has a little spack attack, which it does sometimes, and I'll be keeping my eye on the depth as we go through, because the sides are quite shallow and apparently you should not really stray from the channel, so I'll be watching that. I've also got the radio ready just in case, and the iPad ready, which I will be monitoring the channel through, and I will also be keeping watch for 1, 2, 3, 4 other boats that seem to be approaching the channel at the same time. Here we go, we are entering the channel into Preveza, and I've talked about all the devices that I will be looking at. I will also be looking at the channel markers, which are pretty damn important.
Alright babe, we've just arrived, we've anchored.
Yep, just in time. There's a big storm. I don't think it's going to come our way, but we're just looking at the edge of it. We're here and it's cruising down past this way.
But we've already got our next door neighbour is dragged over there, so he's re-anchoring. We've got no one in front of us, so we kind of trust, well, we don't kind of trust, we trust our anchor, but we've only got 2.5 times scope out at the moment because there's quite a lot of boats in this anchorage.
Which isn't good. And our gypsy lock is broken, so we can't put more out right now. Keeping watch out here?
I'm keeping watch, I've cracked a beer.
Yep.
You're cooking up a fab meal and
Fab.
well, healthy. Healthy.
Yep.
I'm half a beer in. It's fab.
Doesn't take much.
No, but yeah, I'm just watching out. Make sure that we don't drag. We've just arrived. And it's always that first little bit of time that's probably most likely, especially with strong winds and some swells rolling in. So yeah, it's quite nice out here.
It is.
After 2 days of strong winds, we're finally able to head in and check out Preveza. Preveza is a popular destination and wintering place for liveaboards, with Cleopatra Marina having the largest dry dock in Greece, a new marina in town, and a large safe bay to anchor. The waterfront is now quite modern, with a variety of cafes and restaurants, and as you can see, it is also a popular place for yachts to tie to the town quay, creating a vibrant and lively atmosphere.
We decided to head into the back streets to search for a traditional Greek restaurant we had heard was a good experience. After wandering the many alleyways, we found the taverna we were looking for.
Your dad's going to be so proud of you.
Lucky you were going to eat most of this.
That's just your meal. You happy?
Yeah?
Pork belly, chips. That's 500 grams of pork belly. That's about 15 Australian dollars, which is just unreal. So yeah, pretty happy with all this. Grease turning it on.
Oh yeah. And we're in a cute little side alley. Got some cool music playing.
Yeah.
Great atmosphere.
Yeah, it's just fun. It's a fun Sunday.
It is.
Oh babe, showing some skills here.
I wouldn't say I'm overly skillful at this. I don't think I've sewed since I was maybe 10 years old.
Oh well, you're looking like you know what you're doing.
It turns out alright.
Yeah, well, sewing's definitely a skill you need on a sailboat. There's always something that needs fixing.
True. Your truck pants are next.
Oh, can you sew undies?
Your undies are long gone.
So I just need to buy some new ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Noted here.
Looks quite boring, hey? And that's because it is. This is the most we've been able to see of the Nicopolis archaeological site. Why is that?
We're at the museum and we gave up going to Preveza, leaving Preveza today to come here to the Nicopolis. It's Tuesday. Open 8 to
8 every day.
apart from Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
We've walked 5k's to get here.
Yep. It's just a pretty warm day.
Brought my drone. And
Jace has been banging on about this for a while now.
We've got to go see some stuff in Preveza. It'll be worth it.
Yep. Stayed an extra day here.
And of course, it's shut on a Tuesday. Should have known.
We tried to look at the information about this morning, but our internet didn't work.
Oh well.
So, oh well.
It's just how it is. Got to walk 5k back.
At least we got some exercise.
Yep, fail.
And got to see a few things. Excellent. You're wondering what I'm getting footage of? Just
A memory.
a memory of this scenic walking tour you took us on today to the closed archaeological museum for Nicopolis. And this is the scenic road we've been walking along for 5k.
I'm really glad that you're capturing this moment because I don't think you'll bring this up ever again.
Thanks for watching, and I know you've all been waiting around to watch Jace rescue this unicorn, so here it is. There goes Jace, he's off to rescue a unicorn. Here is the guy swimming to rescue his unicorn. He's very keen. It's quite a long way from shore now. And here comes Jace. Hero of the day with the unicorn. He might actually need to take the guy back into shore because he's so far out as well, so double rescue there for Jace, well done. Unicorn reunited with his owner. I'm sure he's very happy.
Without my love.